which have to be filled while filing the patent application is Form 1, that is application, Form 2, provisional specification or complete specification, Form 5, declaration of inventorship whenever the applicant is not an inventor. Then they have to declare that this is the true and first inventor or assignee of the inventor. So patent application must be made by the true and first inventor or assignee or the legal representative. So applicant must justify it in Form 5. Form 26, whenever you are filing through a patent agent, otherwise it is not necessary. E-filing fees is 1600, and along with this you have to file Form 3. It means you have to declare the Indian government that I am not filing this patent in any foreign country, and you have to say it. Suppose you are filing it, then you have to properly declare that yeah, I am doing a foreign filing, but after information only you can go for the foreign filing. So this is information about the foreign filing, statement and undertaking, and then you can definitely have some drawings, some illustrations in your uh, patent application. So what are the steps of filing the patent application? First of all, it is the idea incubation phase. First of all, just ask yourself whether my invention will work or not, whether my idea will is solving some problem. Means like you have to do the nonce test, novelty, utility, industrial applicability. What is my field of invention? In which field I am doing the research or invention? What is the advantage? Whether it will really serve the society or not? What are the components of my idea? Can I draw a proper device, flow chart, diagram, block diagram of a device? And can I make a sketch? Because sketch is very self-explanatory. You can properly label them, and those labels have to be mentioned in your complete specification and claims. So that properly defines your design, and also you can have a patent on your full structure or the design of your device. So what are the advantages of my invention over existing knowledge or prior art? So patent search is very important. You have to add the inventive concepts. You should have some technical advancements, then only your patent application will be accepted. Otherwise it will be coming in the category of like just obvious invention. Who are the competitors with what product or service? So you have to even find out the industries which are working over it, and who are your competitors. This is with respect to a startup also, because what is the purpose of patent filing is like your product must be commercialized well. So you have to find a niche market first of all, where you can actually enter and your business can flourish. So for that you have to find out the competitors also. So this is the idea incubation phase. I'm just explaining it in very brief. Now patentability search, you have to search the novelty, non-obviousness, industrial applications. You have to make a search report about the current state of technology, state of the art, and what you are doing to add some inventive concept. So you have to be better than the state of art. You have to exactly define your inventive style. And once you go through the patent application, you will have an idea what is actually going and what further can be done. What are the loopholes? Actually, you have to read the claims thoroughly, map it, and find out where the scope of research is there. Even if you don't find any scope, still it is good for you. You will not waste your time and energy in doing the research, and you can switch over to another research or another topic. Patent drafting is very important wherever you are properly drafting it in such a way that it is covering, also it is not infringing. Covering means at least you should cover something so that whenever you do the research, at least you can change your excipient or component and can make it better. Or suppose, as I earlier told you, patent of addition could be even filed if you can do some improvement in later course. So your claim must not be too narrow, and also it must not be so broad that it is infringing all others' patent. So because all others have also like taken the patent over that particular invention, and you are entering it by giving a very broad term. So this is the main essence of the patent application, how it is drafted, and it should be drafted well so that your grant of patent totally depends on the patent drafting. Filing is like just a simple like forms preparations. I will tell you what are the contents that need to be added in the form. Time required is less than 1 day if filed online. Fees has to be 1600 only, and you will receive a receipt of filing patent application. In that, with time, date, even seconds are mentioned on that, and this is your priority date. So now you have entered the patent office, and now anything that is filed after you will consider your application as a prior art after publication, definitely, because before publication it is not in the public domain. Now your invention is safe. You can even publicize it. You can publish a paper. You can interview and say about your invention, or you can publish it in any exhibition or anywhere. Now you are quite safe. There is no any problem of novelty lost from the patent office side. Publication occurs normally within after 18 months of filing the application, means from the date of filing. But yes, there is option of early publication by filling the form 9 and by paying for startup. This is the fee for startup actually, just 2500, and you can get it published within 1 month. Then request for examination. After publication, it is open to the public domain. But unless until you file the request for examination, it is not open for opposition. So once you send the request for examination to the patent office, your application gets open for oppositions. And then once you file the request for examination, controller accepts it. It gives to the patent examiner. They give a time of 1 month to 3 months. After that, getting the examination report, they have again 1 month time to give it to the applicant. So whenever they return back the first examination report to the applicant, yeah, I'm telling it after this. So I'm just giving you that request for examination has to be filled in form 18 and a fee of 4,000. So after that, your patent application will be examined, and yes, it will also be open for opposition, because patent office opens it for opposition so that anybody can see, can find out the loopholes, and yes, they can actually helping the patent office in finding out the loopholes if they are not like actually fulfilling the criteria of novelty, usefulness, industrial applicability, or they might fall in the non-patentable subject matter. So this could be pointed out easily, and also examiner also does the same work. So after that, once they go through your patent application, I just said that within 1 to 3 months it is being done. Then about 1 month, within 1 month, you will get your response. So it's about 4 months, 3 months of examination process and 1 month of reply. So after this 4 months, there are some objections if being raised by the examiner or by the opposition. You have to answer within 12 months. So you have to answer all the queries, or you have to justify why it is being done. You have to prove that in spite of all this, the invention is indeed patentable. It satisfies the patentability criteria. You have one option. If you find that the issues raised by the examiner or the opposer is actually relevant, you have a scope of amending your patent application. You can change your patent application little bit. Amendment could be done, and then you can answer the patent office like what is the modification has been done, and the modified application could be considered. That is a point. Once the controller is satisfied with your either amendments or the answers that you gave to them. Answers means your justifications, and amendment means what amendment have you applied for. Then if they are satisfied, patent application is put in order for grant, and then I think as soon as possible, 15 days even or 1 month, it is being granted to you with a seal of patent office, and the date of grant is registered in the register of patents. Now you can calculate your lifespan of your patent from the date of filing. So if you have there is some time lapse of 1 year or 1.5 or 2 years during all this process, you will still have 18 years to be in the market. So after granting of patent, definitely in your area of patent, nobody else can prepare the product. If you find or you discover that somebody is preparing, you can sue them or can file the infringement suits, and even you can ask for damage. So, or you can ask for injunction. There are many possibilities. Just in a nutshell, how it works: you file a provisional patent application. Clear? If you file a provisional patent application, file complete specification within 12 months. If you have filed complete specification, then it will be published post 18 months or through early publication in 1 month. Once it is published and you have filed the request for examination, you have to face the pre-grant opposition. The request for examination must be done within 48 months from the date of filing. This is important. Once you file here, suppose today you have filed, you have a time of 48 months to reach here, request for examination. But yes, you can do it little bit early also, because if you get it published within 1 month, you can directly come for the request for examination. So suppose you have not filed the complete specification, your application will be abandoned. If you have not filed the complete specification within 12 months, your application will be abandoned, but you can post date it. Post date means you can request the patent office to date your application to the date of complete specification. And now you have till 12 months to file the complete specification. After filing the request for examination, you can have an option of expedited examination for startups, where the application will be completed in 105 days, 3 months only. So after 3 months, by passing through the expedited examination process for startups, the first examination report is issued, and you have to comply with the examination report. So compliance means you have to like answer the queries, answer the objections, or you have to amend your application. Both options are there. It should be done within 6 months of receiving the first examination report. So if you are answering or amending your application within 6 months, then the grant of patent will happen. If you are not meeting with the objections or not amending your patent application, your application will deemed to be abandoned again. So this is a brief process of patent filing. I think you are able to see it. This is the form 1. You have to write the applicant's name, inventor name, title of invention, address. Then here, whenever you have to file in any convention country, means like any other country, you have to give the detail of that convention country. If you are going through PCT route, you have to write down the international application number, because in the whenever you file a PCT application, it becomes an international application. You can file it in India either, or you can go to the WIPO patent office also. Then you will have the international application number, starts from WO. PCT word is there. So then you have to fill the international filing date. So you can, if you are going through this option, you have to fill this. Otherwise, you have to write here not applicable. If you are not going to the Paris Convention, write here not applicable. If you are going through the PCT route, write here the details. Otherwise, write not applicable. Then particulars for filing the divisional application. If you are filing a divisional application, I just said that divisional application could be filed before the issue of the first examination report by dividing your patents into 2 or 3 parts, because your patent is actually not a single inventive concept, many inventive concepts, so it could be rejected. So you are itself dividing it into 2 or 3 patent applications and filing separate fees for that. Then patent of addition, if you are filing, you have to write down the date of filing of the patent application. Also the main application patent number. This is important, because addition is done in the main application. Okay. Declaration by applicant, inventor, all these things, some formalities, some drafts and check numbers are there of 1600 rupees. Then this day, if you are doing by manual filing, the amount is 1750, 1750. If you are just filling this form and sending to the patent office by post, then it would be 1750. If you are going for e-filing, it is 1600. This is the form 2. Form 2, for preparing the form 2, you have to write down the title of invention. Then applicant's name, nationality, Indian, address. Then provisional or complete what you are filing. Then description of your invention, means what is your invention is about, what you are preparing, what are the components, what is the method by which it will work. Then claims, I claim or we claim on a separate page. Then date and signature. Then abstract of invention. These things are mandatory. Again, I will detail it how to write all these things. Form 3. This is mandatory to be filed. This is, again, you have to write down that we have not made this invention, applied this invention outside India. Or if we have applied, this is the detail of application. If you have gone through Paris Convention, or if you are like if you are going to apply, you have to inform here. So form 3. Then comes this form 5, wherever the name of applicant is there and he is declaring that this person is the inventor, name, nationality, and address. So this declaration has to be filed by the applicant and declaring clearly who is the inventor of the application. So form 5 is when applicant is not inventor. But if both are same, no need to fill the form 5. Form 9, once you like till form 5, this is the patent filing forms. Once you complete the filing process, you have to proceed for publication. For startups, if you are going for early publication, you have to fill the form 9. And you have to just fill very brief details: your name, address, nationality, your patent number, the number that you have got from the patent office, that your priority date that you have got in your receipt, and then you sign here and put your signature. Just this part, and you have to pay a fee of 2,500 and send this application or e-file. Through e-filing also it could be done. Form 18A, once it is published, now it is in the public domain, you have to file the request for examination. Then only it will be open to opposition also, and also it will be examined. Otherwise, examiners will not consider it for examining. So you have to mandatorily file the form 18A. 18A is for expedited examination. You have to write here, we this, for application patent number this, file on this date, invention titled this, shall be examined this. If you have filed a PCT application, you have to fill this. Clear? And for expedited examination under Rule 24C, this is not for you. You have to file the first one. And then you have to click here that application is a startup. Then address for service in India, where you are going to commercialize your product. You have to write here, and then date, signature, everything you have to put thoroughly. And you have to send with the request for examination fee, that is 4,000 rupees by e-filing, and 4,400 for natural filing, means by sending by post. So you have to pay 4,000 rupees for expedited examination. I think this part is clear to you now. How to make those forms, means like I think others are just you need to fill your detail. What is important here is the form 2, that is the patent application. So you have to write the title of inventions. What is the title? It should be within 15 words. The field of invention is the scope of invention. What you are going to do. Suppose I am preparing a steering mechanism, then how it will work. And what is the field, means what problem you are solving actually. Then background of invention, what earlier work has been done, what is the prior art, and what are the loopholes in the prior art that need to be solved. Object of invention actually determines your complete specification and claim. So every object must be fulfilled, and your data must support your objective in your claims. So objective clearly defines the invention. The solution of the existing technical problem must be there, and then you have to write down the statement of invention. What is the inventive feature of the invention over the existing one? So whenever you find the loophole in the background, you have to exactly here write down what is your technical advancement. So suppose the objective here become like to give like spillage proof cup kind of. So this is my object. So I have to claim exactly by using my components. Yeah, it is spillage proof. How it is spillage proof that I have to prove. Summary of invention is detailed description and claim section. Here you have to write down the purpose of invention, problem solved, and full description of your project. And draw. You have to make the sketch. How does it look? And you have to label the different parts. And you have to actually get the patent over that particular drawing. Like my product is looking like this. These are the parts. These are the orientations, angles, and nobody else can make like this. Detailed description, complete picture of the invention. Claim. Claim should be independent and dependent claims. So it should be totally supported by the description. You cannot go out of your description. What is there in description? It is must be claimed thoroughly through the independent and dependent claims. So there are many type of claims. Independent and omnibus based on drafting. Product process apparatus use based on invention. Jaption Marcos Swiss based on field. Pure structure, structure plus function, means plus function, structure is function, pure function, step plus function as per the structure. So there are 4 ways. Parts of a claim. How to draft a claim? First of all, a preamble, transitional phase, and the body. So preamble is what? Category of invention. Suppose an apparatus, a device, an article, a composition, a method. Suppose object of invention is to cook rice. So what will be the preamble? Apparatus for cooking. Or all kind of grains. I'm making it suppose more broad. So apparatus for cooking grains. Other vegetables could also be cooked. Suppose pressure cooker and apparatus for cooking, because they can cook even grain, even rice, even vegetables. So this will be a broad claim. If you are just claiming apparatus for cooking rice, then anybody can prepare the same and can claim that this is for cooking vegetables. So actually you have to make a proper claim like this. Then comes these are the examples of preamble. Then comes transition phase, which are either open-ended or closed-ended. Open-ended means if you are saying including, means there are other components also beside this. Characterized by, so it does not exclude any additional elements. Additional elements might be there. Suppose apparatus comprising this plurality of printed pages, binding, cover attached, it means there might be some other components that are present. So this is like a privileged kind of claim where you can add more later on. Closed means once you say consisting of or essentially consisting of, it's simply meaning beside these 3 components there is nothing else, and you cannot broaden it later also. This claim says only 3, consisting of only this component, and whenever you are writing the percentage and writing consisting of, then it should make 100%. So whenever you want to try, it's not actually wrong. Whenever you are don't want to infringe someone, or you want to a very like explicit claim, yes, I'm just roaming in this boundary. So you can use the closed phrase, transitional phrase. Body of the claim is like what is actually present. So this is the preamble. Preamble separated by comma from the transition phase, comprising. Then all the components which are the body of the claim should be separated by semicolons. So at least one leg and a top configured. But this is actually not a good claim whenever we just enlist the parts. Whenever we try to connect them together and find and prepare a single inventive concept, then it become a better claim. Like this, game device comprising a handle, semicolon, then head portion connected to handle and protrusion being secured to the handle. So this is not a listing. This is a connection, how the parts are connected to each other and making a full invention like this. So this is a wrong way of writing it. This is the right way. Actually, here your invention is being properly displayed. Improvement claim or Jaption claim is like whenever you write the preamble, then transition phase, and also the body should define the novel feature of the invention. So game device having a handle, a throat portion, and a head portion connected to throat portion, wherein the improvement comprise of protrusion being secured to the handle. So you have to definitely write down the improvement in the body, like where you have invention, and it should be thoroughly highlighted so that examiner must be able to understand what you have done, the technical advancement in your features. So this is the Jaption claim, improvement claim. Means plus function. Here you have to write down the function also. Suppose apparatus, this is the preamble, then transition phase comprising, clear? This is open-ended transition phase. Then a means for holding rice and a heater configured to heat the rice holding mean. Means you have to write down the function also. This heater configured is, the purpose is to heat the rice holding means. In the same way, the anti-slippage means is secured to the handle. So this is means you have to write down the function along with the component parts. Patent claim format, simple comma, colon and semicolon like this. Preamble, comma, then transition phase, colon, and then semicolons will separate all the components. So syntax must be correct while writing the patent application. So here whenever you use the word wherein, whereby, such that, then it defines a structure or provide function associated with the given structure. So when I write wherein, the improvement lies in that, whereby it is characterized like that, such that it solves this problem, kind of words are there. So you can connect with the words wherein or whereby. Independent claim is the broadest one. It stands alone. Dependent one is totally dependent on what is said in the independent claim. So I'm just giving an example of this. This is the independent claim. You can see game device, a handle, throat portion, a head portion. Then the improvement, this is Jaption claim comprising of secure to the handle. Now the second dependent claim says that the game device, according to claim 1, wherein the protrusion is configured to receive the palm of the user. So what you are doing, you are actually elaborating the body that is mentioned in your independent claim. You are not going out of that. So suppose the claim 2 becomes like this, claim 3 again become like this, the game device as claimed in the claim 2, wherein the protrusion is made up of rubber material. This will become the third claim. Like this you have to draft it. Product claim is for chemical compound, composition, mixture, food, drinks, pharmaceuticals. Wherever you have to write down the comprising this particular molecule, then multifunctional compound and excipients. Suppose it is written for a concrete material, rigid building and paving material comprising a mixture of sand and stone and hardened cement, and whereby a hardened material for building and paving will be provided. So here it is written that why the hardened or rigid material is being used. This is a means plus function claim. So product claim will be like this. Process claim are there. This is for method of preparation, method of analysis, method of treatment. So method for joining will comprise of steps providing this, passing a thread, then wherein said pieces will be attached along the said portions. So you have to divide and thoroughly describe. Your independent claim could be even 1 page long, linked together. But just be sure that whatever you have invented, honestly, you have enlisted all the components in your independent claim, as well as you have linked them together to make a single inventive concept. Means all your components are working in a single direction to give you a final product. So, and your all dependent claims will be dependent on independent. Means like you cannot draft something new in your dependent claim. You have to just elaborate and elaborate in such a way that you write down even the material you have used for making the component, all the processes. You can have to describe each and everything. Marcus claim is for functionally equivalent chemical entity. Suppose I am just filing a Marcus claim for a particular structure, steroid, or this structure where R could be ethyl, methyl, isopropyl, X could be any halogen. So suppose I am patenting this full formula, and it means like anybody, if suppose I am writing here alkyl only in place of methyl, ethyl, isopropyl, nobody can use this group. If I am writing just a halogen, nobody can use it because they cannot use even like chlorine, bromine, fluorine, anything they cannot use it here. So Marcus means a particular structural component, moiety, wherever you change any halogen, you change any alkyl group, actually functionally they will remain the same. So yes, for chemical moieties, if somebody has invented it, definitely they should get the patent of that. But yeah, nowadays the patent office normally don't prefer this because they want some new inventive concept, not like covering in such a way that nobody else can enter. So Marco's claim is there. Abstract, you have to define in such a way that your existing technical problems are being solved by your product. You have added technical advancements, and yes, you are better than the existing prior art, and you are novel also. It has not been earlier reported. You have to describe your innovation in 150 words, and then if possible you can write a disclaimer. Simple meaning is like the claim has been drafted based on the available resources, and if anything else has been reported will be considered. Means you have to give a disclaimer is like you have to give a statement that whatever is there is based on the facts. This just giving you one example of a patent application. I think you can see this particular form too. So this is for a smart helmet project. Smart helmet project is a very famous project because they have been awarded many times in AICT and DST events. They have prepared a smart helmet by which they can like properly allowing the driver to follow the traffic rules, as well as um, there are many systems. GPS system is there. There are emergency help system present in the smart helmet. You can see here how they have made it is like first they have written the title, then field of invention, then background of invention, where they have written everything that has been done earlier. Objective of invention they have written. Objective is to provide a smart helmet to be worn by the driver of a vehicle, to provide response in emergency, to detect obstacles. Another object is to provide vehicle related statistics, to inhibit the vehicle from getting ignited when the driver is intoxicated. Means like vehicle will not be ignited. If the driver is intoxicated, then your vehicle will remain as such. It will not start like this. So this kind of system they have made like this. So summary of invention is there. In summary, they have enlisted everything, how they have used, even they have attached an alcohol sensor module for their last objective. Communication mode, user interface, camera, everything were there. Brief description of drawing was there. In the description part, actually I have not mentioning here the drawing, but they have a full drawing of helmet. You can go through this patent number and you can see how they have drawn the helmet and how they have labeled each and every part, and those labels have been numbered. So after the detailed description, I'm just showing you the claims of the smart helmet. So detailed description they have written. They have written each and everything. Switch. So they have drawn a switch, and the number in the drawing is 1061. Microcontroller, dependent module, communication module, all this there. So this is full embodiment. Means you have to sit down thoroughly, honestly. You have to write each and everything. Draw your invention on a piece of paper thoroughly, and then whatever is there, even single component, you have to write it down. So brief description doesn't have so much of language, like you can write it in your own language, no issues at all. In the claim part, this is all their description. I'm directly going to the claim part. So now just see here. We claim a smart helmet number is there. This is the like number having an engine worn by driver, having a wireless communication, comprising they have written. So simple meaning they have kept it very open-ended, comprising microcontroller, switch, all this they have listed like this. And you can see later on they have made it in a single inventive concept. So what it does, also they can write, they have written, refrain the engine or vehicle from ignition by using the alcohol sensor module, receive the second turn on and off signal with a panic switch, because whenever any panic, whenever in any emergency situation, they can press the panic button. So that was the like this communication is being communicated to the distress center through communication module. So GPS system was thoroughly working. This was their independent claim. So they have written each and everything using the proper syntax, and then later on they have thoroughly joined them also to make a single inventive concept. So it is very important that each and every component must be for helmet, and all are working together to give some advancement to the helmet. So this is not a multiple invention. Actually, this is a smart helmet in which all the components are interacting and working to give you a common goal, and goal is already written in the objective. So those three objectives are actually determining all the claims, and all the claims are being written as a single sentence in the independent claim. Now elaboration will be done in the dependent claim one by one. So you can see the second claim is saying smart helmet as claimed in claim 1 further comprises this particular, they have elaborated what they have done. So it is configured to receive live video feed around the driver wearing the smart helmet. Again, claim 3 says that what is interface in common, there is a microcontroller, it is configured to receive this, display this, all this. Again, they have like every dependent claim is now dependent on the earlier claim. So one by one, you have to like explain the or elaborate the components based on the claim. So you can say this is a sentence you are elaborating in your next claim. So one by one, your sentences are dependent on your earlier claims. Smart helmet as in claim 3. Again, fifth claim, it could, you can even go back. Not, it's not mandatory that you can depend your the next subsequent claim based on just earlier claim. Suppose this is dependent on first claim, claim 1, because here it is ended. Now what is the next component in the independent claim has to be elaborated, and so they have in their fifth claim given that smart helmet as claimed in claim 1, where the communication module comprise of RF 2.4 unit for communication. Now definitely you can, there are many ways by it could be elaborated. There were just 7 claims. Their independent claim was very elaborate, and one by one they have written the dependent claims which were just resting back on the independent claim. So in this way the claim is drafted. Syntax is very important. You have to follow the proper syntax, and you have to follow the proper formats and the way how it should be written. You can just go through some of the patent applications. Once you read them, you will get an idea how they write. So I think this is from my part. If any question is there, abstract again you can see they have written in just 150 sentences, and then figures are there. So if any question is there, I will. As we have to apply for renewal our patent before 1 year of expire. If my patent going to expire in May 2021 and I will not apply for renewal process till June 2020. In this case, can anyone claim same patent in May 2020? No, they cannot claim.
Ma'am, but we have to claim for before 1 year, na?
Yes.
Then, as I mentioned, if my patent will be expired in June 2021. Okay.
2020 you have written here.
Sorry, 20. And
Okay.
my patent expire in May 2021. So 11 months will be there for applying. But in this case, maybe मैम 1 साल से पहले तो हमको क्लेम करना पड़ता है ना रिन्यूअल के लिए.
आपका 1 साल यहाँ पे सपोज आपने अगर जून में आपको आपकी पेटेंट एक्सपायर हो रही है जून में, तो आपको मई में अप्लाई करना पड़ेगा. मतलब 1 साल पहले आपको अप्लाई करना पड़ेगा मई के मंथ में.
हाँ, इसलिए मैंने मेंशन करा कि मैम मई 2021 में जो मेरी एक्सपायर हो रही है, अगर मैंने जून 2020 तक मैंने नहीं अप्लाई करा तो कोई भी
नहीं, तब प्रॉब्लम हो सकती है. आपको 1 साल पहले करना पड़ेगा.
हाँ, इसीलिए तो अगर मैं नहीं कर पाया तो कोई दूसरा क्लेम कर सकता ना मेरी पेटेंट पे, सेम पेटेंट पे।
बिल्कुल बिल्कुल, बिकॉज लोग तो वेट कर रहे हैं कि कब पेटेंट एक्सपायर हो रहा है,
हाँ,
तो
वही
जिस दिन
वही वही
एक्सपायर
वही मैडम।
करेंगे। एक्चुअली आप सर्च
एक्चुअली
करेंगे तो अभी तो नहीं पता चलेगा आपको, बट दे माइट हैव एक्चुअली कर चुके होंगे।
हाँ मैं भी इस पे वर्क कर चुका हूँ। मैं जब कंपनी में था, इसीलिए मैंने आपको पूछा कि ये सब हो सकता है क्या,
नहीं आप
क्योंकि इंडिया में
विजिलेंट
भी ज्यादातर हाँ,
जेनरिक करते हैं।
इंडिया में भी ज्यादातर हाँ, इंडिया में भी ज्यादातर ऐसे ही स्ट्रेटेजी ग्रुप में कि सभी लोग इसी वर्क के लिए बैठे हुए हैं कि कब
हाँ
एक्सपायर हो और तीसरे क्लेम नहीं किया हो।
एग्जैक्टली एग्जैक्टली, वो तो सबसे इजी होता है ना, पैरा 1
हाँ
फाइलिंग,
वही से, हाँ वही,
पैरा,
हाँ हाँ मैडम।
so you have to
हाँ
just
हाँ
keep the count of that actually.
हाँ
Okay,
हाँ
तो
वही मैम।
नहीं पढ़ी थी शायद, आपका डेट कुछ गलत लिखा हुआ हो गया था शायद। ओके, नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन मैं ले रही हूँ, व्हिच फॉर्म्स आर कंपलसरी फॉर प्रोविजनल, वो मैंने आपको बता दिया
ठीक है
अभी।
मैम।
फॉर्म्स का हो गया, आई थिंक फॉर्म्स आर क्लियर टू यू ना। Piyush T Patel has asked this question, so form 1 to that is there in the PPT. Is there any fee for addition? पेटेंट एडिशन के लिए कोई फी नहीं देनी होती है आपको, पेटेंट ऑफ एडिशन में आपको कुछ भी फी नहीं देनी है, बिकॉज वो ऑलरेडी मेन इन्वेंशन का ही एक पार्ट होता है, इम्प्रूवमेंट होती है, उसमें कोई फी नहीं देनी है आपको, देयर इज नो फी इज देयर। और ऑल्सो आपको प्रायोरिटी डेट भी वही मिलती है जो मेन इन्वेंशन की होती है, तो पेटेंट ऑफ एडिशन फाइल करना इज अ गुड ऑप्शन। Is there any possibility of extending time? Yes, प्रोविजनल पेटेंट में मैंने बताया ही, अगर आपकी 12 महीने में काम खत्म नहीं होता है सपोज प्रोजेक्ट का, और 12 मंथ्स के बाद आप कंप्लीट स्पेसिफिकेशन नहीं फाइल कर पाते हैं, तो आप पोस्ट डेटिंग डेट आपको दोबारा प्रायोरिटी डेट में मिल जाएगी, मतलब वो आपका प्रोविजनल एप्लीकेशन का डेट बन जाएगा, और फिर आपको और नेक्स्ट 12 मंथ्स मिलेंगे काम करने के लिए। आप पोस्ट डेट कर लीजिए, लेकिन हाँ फिर उस बीच में किसी ने अगर वो फाइल कर दिया तो फिर आप 12 महीने पीछे हो जाते हैं, दैट इज अ पॉइंट। Yeah, I'm just going through some of the relevant questions. Patent for software process. I think in the last webinar I covered it, is like the softwares are not patentable, but if you are using software for making some hardware or making the software is not patentable. You have to make a product using that. It is good for going patent filing. When it's filed by organization, the fees will be very different in term of organization. If you are filing through natural person or startup, then lots of it are there. As you can see, the patent filing fees are very less. And yeah, I think natural person or startup can file by themselves. ड्यू टू लॉकडाउन पेटेंट फाइलिंग इज ओपन, आप ई फाइलिंग में जा सकते हैं, गवर्नमेंट ऑफिस मोस्टली ओपन ही है, मतलब पेटेंट ऑफिस वर्क कर रहा है, आप ई फाइलिंग में जा सकते हैं। हाँ बट आई विल नॉट प्रिस्क्राइब कि आप पोस्टल वे से भेजिए, बिकॉज दैट इज नॉट सो सेफ। ई फाइलिंग करिए तो बेटर रहेगा लॉकडाउन में।